Don't go see this movie in theaters. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? It's The Wolf, and guess what I went to go do? I went and saw Batman vs. Superman. Kinda upset I spent my money. And I'm gonna tell you why. If you're a comic book lover and think that this story is going to be based off of the Frank Miller's version of Batman, which is The Dark Knight Returns, please leave your movie seats now. Because this film has nothing to do with that comic. No real, not even, like, literally the only thing they took from the comic were the characters. Not the story that set up the situation, not everything that occurred beforehand, not the friendship, none of that. So, if you're an avid comic book reader like myself or know anything of the Frank Miller story, erase that from your mind now. This is not the film for you, okay? Moving on. So, now that we've gotten this Frank Miller nonsense out of the way, because who wants to see a comic book movie based off the fucking comic book, right? No? No one? Oh, you just special effects. We're supposed to love that shit, right? Okay, sorry. Anyways. So, we get to see from a different perspective the events that occur between Zod and Superman from Batman's perspective, from Bruce Wayne's perspective. That's the basis of the story. Batman feels like it's his vendetta to take out Superman, because he feels like Superman could be a threat. Could be, instead of just, setting up contingency plans like Batman would freaking do. He thinks, how about I go double knuckle barrel in your face type? He picks a fight with Superman, basically. He feels like it's his vendetta to find out all he can and figure out how to take Superman down. On the opposite side of the spectrum, Superman, aka Clark Kent, finds out about Batman and doesn't think he's doing a very good job of protecting his own city and feels like it's his personal vendetta to write a fucking newspaper story about him and maybe possibly do something about him in the near future, such as leaving warnings and blah, blah, blah. We're not going to get into that because if you really want to see it, I'm not going to ruin it for you. Just know that I wouldn't pay money to see this nonsense ever again. Basically, so the basic story premise is, it's a dick measuring contest between Batman and Superman. They start off feeling like they have personal vendettas against the other. Lex Luthor comes in as a third party and causes drama that requires both Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman to come together to solve the situation and save America. So basically, let's just say it's like the weirdest crossover between Justice League, Batman, Frank Miller's Batman, and Superman Doomsday. Literally, like, if you take out all the parts that matter and just throw together the scenes that would make somebody look at the trailer and be like, oh, explosions, boom, superhero symbols, blah, this is the movie. It has no basis, no real basis in the comic books. Nothing really ties together. It's almost like they just kind of threw some words on a paper and was like, throw some special effects on that bad boy. They're going to go out and see that just from the names. Because, honestly, who would have thought that the Superman versus Batman film would be boring? And I think that's the worst part about it. Like, how do you make a Superman versus Batman film boring? What I hated most about this film is literally almost everything. It was the most boring superhero film I've ever seen in my life. Like I said, if you're a comic book fan, just remove that shit from your brain right now, because this has no basis in the comics. To be honest, the best parts in the movie to me were the little bits of snippets that we saw of Flash, Cyborg, and Aquaman. Aquaman scene was freaking dope. Like, that woke me back up in the theater like, that'll be fine. But no, well, that's not the problem here. His scene had more action in it within the 20 seconds than the first hour and 30 minutes of the film. Think about that for a second. Please think about it. Not only that, the one person that I thought I was going to hate the most in the film turned out to be the only thing that saved the film, in my personal opinion, right? Wonder Woman. I was not prepared for how well they showed her powers and what she could do. Now, the only issue I really had with Wonder Woman, besides, how she looks, I don't think she's buff enough even now, but I think that Gal Gadot really held her own with what she was given, right? She came off, but I still don't think she's a good Wonder Woman. I just think that the excitement of finally seeing a live-action Wonder Woman kind of blew me back, and they did a really good job with her special effects. Like, if she doesn't talk, you're fine. The moment she starts to talk, her flirtatious behavior reminds you more of Catwoman. She's very, in your face. Her flirtation is more Catwoman-esque versus Wonder Woman. Now, I'm not saying Wonder Woman doesn't flirt, and trust me, I would know, because I have, every comic I can get my hands on with Wonder Woman in it. Like I said, she is one of my favorite female characters ever. Ever. My mom loved her. I grew up loving Wonder Woman, right? Which is why it was so important to me that she be represented properly. But like I said, Gal Gadot, when she's moving and in action, is not a bad Wonder Woman. She's not even a bad Wonder Woman per se when she's talking and interacting with the other characters. I think she was very fun, and I enjoyed her presence in the movie more than I thought I was going to, right? But like I said, she seems better equipped to be a Catwoman, more slender. She's very snappy, with the way that she talks. And, I honestly think she would have been a better Catwoman. If they would have put Catwoman in the film instead or something. I don't know, but I think she would have played a very good Catwoman. There was one line where she was I think they showed that in the trailer too, but she was I'm pretty sure you've never met a woman like me, Mr. Wayne. That is not something... And I can't even say not something, but that is not the way Wonder Woman would say that. You know what I'm saying? I've read numerous Wonder Woman comics. We all know that she's flirtatious. If you know anything about Wonder Woman, she's flirtatious, but in a different way. It's not Catwoman flirtatious, where Catwoman is more in your face, with the little feline-esque kind of moves that she makes. I think Gal Gadot represented that better than the Wonder Woman that's kind of just strong woman, tomboyish, and she's her idea of flirting is having a foot race with Superman. You know what I'm saying? That is the Wonder Woman that I think I was expecting. Or when she was talking to Batman, I remember in the Justice League when she almost got killed by this machine or something, and Batman was scurrying through the rocks to find her.
No dating for the Batman. It might cut into your brooding time.
1. Dating within the team always leads to disaster. 2. You're a princess from a society of immortal warriors. I'm a rich kid with issues. Lots of issues. And 3. If my enemies knew I had someone special, they wouldn't rest until they'd gotten to me through her.
Next.
That is more Wonder Woman. And I honestly think Gal Gadot did not do a bad job. I just think that she's more Catwoman than Wonder Woman. That's just how I feel. Maybe she will do better in the Wonder Woman film, but I don't think she was bad. I gotta give it to her. The one person I thought I was gonna hate in the film was really, to me, the only thing that saved it, aside from the other characters' clips. The movie is 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's saying something. Another person that I didn't think I was really going to like, but I found myself being tolerable of, was Lex Luthor. But my problem with this Lex Luthor is he was psychotic. Lex Luthor is not openly psychotic. You know what I'm saying? He came off as more of a Joker. I feel they casted good actors and actresses, but for their wrong roles. You know what I'm saying? Gal Gadot should be Catwoman. What's his name? Jesse Eisenberg? Is that his name? I think that's his name. Jesse Eisenberg should definitely be a younger Joker. This dude was freaking crazy. Every time he came on screen, I would kind of forget that he's supposed to be Lex Luthor. He came off very Joker. Set up this elaborate plan and this elaborate trap where it kind of pitted the two against each other. Superman and Batman were pitted them against each other oh, do this, or I'm gonna kill some people you love, bro. It's just very Joker-ish. Like I said, he embodies a young Joker, and she embodies a Catwoman. Sorry, I just don't think they were meant for those roles specifically. But like I said, they brought more life to the film. Other than if those two players were out of the film, that would have been the most boring fucking superhero film I have ever seen in my life. And that's saying something because I lived through the era of Daredevil. Have you ever seen Daredevil? Bruh. DC, y'all gotta get it together, man. The only time I could really stomach Ben Affleck was when he had on like the full suit. And I'm not talking about just the mask and the cape, and I'm talking about the metal suit. Otherwise, he looked like a cosplayer. Do you remember The Dark Knight? You remember how Joker, like, there was like that little squad of fake Batmans and cosplay that were trying to fight the Joker's men? That's what he reminded me of whenever I saw him in just the suit. Now, when the movie first started and he's like the first thing you see, I totally forgot that he was supposed to be Bruce Wayne. Like, until he got on the phone with Alfred. And can I just say, or not Alfred, he was on the phone with somebody. And can I just say, Alfred looks young as fuck. Like, isn't Bruce supposed to be like 50? Or are we just ignoring that age thing? Even in the movie, he talks about being older. So why the fuck does Alfred look like he's 50 and could still give me children? Like, Alfred fine. Alfred cute. Alfred not supposed to look like that. That looked like that could be like Bruce Wayne's older brother that just doesn't want to dye his hair. He cute. Sorry. He does not look like wrinkly old Alfred that you are expecting that's half balding. That still helps. Like, he should be decrepit if Bruce Wayne is like 50. Or are we pretending Bruce Wayne is 30? Because let's be honest, like I said, this shit is not really following any kind of chronological shit with the Frank Miller comic, okay? I don't really know what Zack Snyder was trying to do with this film. I don't. And I want to understand, because I am a Batman fan, because this was the first live action version of Wonder Woman, I really want to fucking understand. I really want to rate this better. But I have to be honest. I fell asleep twice. My little brother had to wake me up in a freaking Batman. Do you know how much I love Batman? If you don't, please click. Oh my goodness, about to knock my computer. If you don't, please click through any of my videos. Batman is like the love of my life, and it tortures me to see him in such a meh film. Like, Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman are not mediocre characters by any stretch of the imagination. So, what happened here? And we're not even going to talk about how Doomsday looks like a fucking... he looks like one of the Ninja Turtles that got cut from the 80s cartoon. He looks like one of the Ninja Turtles that didn't get out the vat of chemicals quick enough, and Splinter was just like, nah, fuck that, bruh.
You have the right to remain...
Why didn't you just go to the animated cartoon for Superman and look at that fucking Doomsday and then just replicate that shit? Like, Doomsday looked crazy. I'm sorry. He did not look likable. No. We know he's a monster, but he wasn't scary. He just looked like he popped out an egg and called it a day. Like, I'ma stop. All in all, this is not a film I would recommend anybody really go see out in theaters. It really fucking pains me to say that. This film could have been a lot better if they would just found a cohesive story. Or shit, just made it a goddamn Superman film and then just did what Marvel did. Like, DC, why are you trying to play catch up? Just use the formula that Marvel has given you. It is working. Nobody has ever said that since the Iron Man films, Marvel movies have sucked. Nobody has said that. Why? Because they're setting it up correctly. Y'all need to go hire one of the directors from over there. Like, I don't know if they got like some kind of contract or something, but y'all need to figure that out, because, or just follow the steps. It's okay that you guys are competitors. I understand that. But us real comic book fans, the ones that buy all your shit whenever it comes out, the animated films, the comic books, the collector's items, the video games, the clothes, the apparel, all that mess, we will wait for a good film. We will. I promise you we will. We will not complain. We just want to see it done right. And that is the problem here. It is not done right. Please go back to the drawing board. Matter of fact, you got the chance to wipe all this shit clean right now with the Wonder Woman film. Set it up exactly like how Marvel does. Have cute little scenes at the end, little knickknacks here and there that are going to tie into something bigger. Call it a day, because you rushing this stuff is really killing what we love about the characters. Like, we want to support y'all, but you can't give us no half-finished product and expect us to be okay with that shit. You cannot. But anyways, I'm ranting. Literally, this is not this is not a bad film if you know nothing about the comics. You really don't give a shit about who the actors are, and you don't really, like, the only thing you know about these characters is that you wear them on t-shirts occasionally. The special effects were decent until you got to Doomsday. And just for action, I can't even say action, just for the special effects alone, I'd give the movie like a 5, maybe 5.5 to a 6. I'm really not feeling this movie in any stretch of the imagination. Like, I feel like this movie really failed what a lot of comic book fans were looking for. Like I said, it's not a bad film if you don't know anything about these comic book characters, what the stories were supposed to be based on, or you just really don't give a shit. You just want to see some symbols and characters flying around whooping each other's asses. Skip your ass. Don't go to the movie theater. Wait for it to come on DVD. I recommend the Walmart bargain bin. Skip all the way to 2/12/05. That is the correct time where all shit pops off. You don't even need to know the fucking background, because this whole fucking film was filler. It was like they did not have enough information to really make this too interesting. Skip your ass all the way there and watch it. I give it a 5.5 out of 10. Like, it failed the comic book fans, and that's really what the film is supposed to be about. That's like doing a, I don't know, like a movie on Martin Luther King, or like a movie on a great figure like Helen Keller, or anything, and then not using the source material. Like, who the fuck would go see that? Especially when there are people that care about it. So I give it a 5.5 out of 10. I recommend you wait for it to hit the Walmart bargain bin. I would not tell anybody to go see this film in theaters. It really sucks to fucking say that, but it is what it is, and it was what it was. In the beautiful words of Problem, the rapper. So, did you enjoy this review? Let me know in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe, and even though the wolf has got a scat, just remember, I'm depressed by this movie, and long live the wolf pack. Bye.
When I'm in there, you'll be sorry. That was last year, and that ain't the end of the story. My bars have gotten gory, cutting niggas left and right. Do it out of spite, cause you niggas ask for the fuck.